Okay, well, hmm. Okay, so the commercials that I do see, I don't personally watch TV anymore. I don't have cable. I don't do any of that, which is fine if people do. Whatever, don't care. But the commercials that I do see, they're getting more and more aggressive with their subliminal messaging, and they're getting more and more, not all of them, but specific companies or commercials and stuff like that, they're getting more aggressive with their subliminal messaging, and they're getting more taunting with the underhanded insinuation about certain things. And I've noticed it. Now, maybe not other people have noticed it, the people that haven't woken up, or the people that just don't really give an F, or that aren't paying attention at all, but I've noticed. And it's really concerning because it's one thing to do a commercial for a product that you're selling, but it's a whole other thing to start pushing an agenda for people that are not paying attention, and by then persuading them in a certain manner subconsciously, right? Because if they're not paying attention and you're saying something, they're taking in that information, they're digesting it. So it's kind of effed up. It's a little unfair, but I've realized I've caught on, and I will even call things out, not out loud, but like if I hear a commercial or something, I'll be like, that's not true, or you speak for yourself, and stuff like that. And then another thing I realized too, since this whole shift is happening, and people are now, it's less taboo to be doing things more spiritual. It is a lifestyle, yeah. You make choices, what you eat, how you act, how you think, how you carry yourself. So it's not just something you do to show off. Now, I may be doing these videos and it may seem like I come off a certain way with my singing and dancing, but that's got a meaning behind it. And it took me a lot of fucking balls to post stuff like that of myself up online. And I transmute energy the best way I know how, and I try to share that with people. So it can be taken however it wants to be, but when it comes to the commercials, yeah, they're pushing a lot in some ways. And then there's a shout out I want to say to all the content creators out there. Okay, I don't care if you don't take me seriously, but be very cautious in your videos about what you are promoting for the big companies. So I'm talking about like a beverage or a food or something like that, or even anything that has a name brand on it. If you're not getting paid anything, you're giving them free advertisement on your time, and they're not giving you a penny. They're not giving you a cent. So just be mindful that when you're making your videos, I mean, if you don't care, that's fine. But every time you make a video and you put somebody else's product in your video and they're not paying you anything, you're doing them a favor. That's not equal exchange at all. So I just thought I would let you know that. I do have concerns about that because I see some people making videos, and when I watch it, I realize that they are unknowingly, not like a puppet, but unknowingly, energetically They're advertising for these companies. And the companies are getting away with it, if you think about it. So yeah, on top of the subliminal messaging and the free advertisement, people got to start being more aware. It would be really, really helpful if they were more aware and able to think for themselves and not so much just listen to, let's say, their close friends or family or a commercial without thinking about it for a second. Actually think about what the message is that they're trying to get across or what their motive is. I myself have a motive. Mine was to push people into a way of thinking so that they don't have to experience and suffer the way I did, and so that they're more aware, so that they're not going around targeting other people like I was. That's my motive. My motive is to help fucking people think for themselves. And other people's motive is maybe not so helpful. Their motive may be just to earn money or just to, everybody has a right to earn money, but if you get into the point where it's like so-called charity or something like that, and they just keep collecting, and it's not an equal exchange, people aren't actually getting anything in return, they're not actually helping or contributing in some way, then it's not okay. They're just taking your money, or they're just gaining free access to your information, or they're just gaining free advertisement, or they're just subliminally convincing you to stay on a certain wavelength, a certain frequency, so that you will not be awake and aware, so that you can remain a consumer or just a mindless puppet, so that they can continue to have control. And certain commercials are getting mad. I'm hearing the energy. I'm literally hearing the energy in these commercials. They are pissed. And the underhanded comments and the insults, and even the one, it's like a commercial for eating a candy. Like, I think it's some sort of jube or like a gum, wine gum or something like that. Anyway, she's standing there in front of this gentleman, and she's eating a candy, and she looks all excited, and she's like, and then you hear the broadcaster or the lady speaking in the background for the advertisement itself. It's like, get in touch with your inner child, or treat your inner child to so-and-so candy, but don't go running up the stairs on all fours, because you're an adult now. Like, just like the tone of voice, because people are starting to get more in touch with their inner child. They're starting to do things to spark that joy and stuff. So when it comes to certain commercials, cutting that down at all with any tone, even if it's just jokingly, because it's really not. It's meant to get people to judge that behavior as if running up the stairs on your hands and feet would be a bad thing. Who is it hurting? That's just an example. That's all that comes to my mind right now. Be mindful of what it is you're watching. When you're watching certain commercials, just the ones that I've seen now, they're just blatantly in your face at this point. Some of them. Ask yourself, what's the message they're trying to send? What's really the message they're trying to send? Because if they're just selling a product, you would be able to tell they're just selling a product. But if they're trying to get another message across, you're not dumb. You're not unable to read between the lines. You're not unable to see the energies that are being projected outwards. You can pick up on that. It's your choice, free will, whether or not you want to pay attention to it. And that goes the same for anything else. So I really, really did want to get this message across. I'm not all glammed up right now. I'm just eating some food. Because I do eat. But not so much for the flavor. Sometimes, yeah, but it's more for the nutrition to keep my body going. I don't know what else to say. I think the system itself is not happy. There's a lot of reluctant people still fighting this whole change that's happening right now. Unfortunately, they can't stop the change that's happening because it's for the better. It's for the best. The change that's happening right now is in a positive light. And this is a warning